Imagine three young sisters locked in their room on the ninth floor of a high rise in Bharat City Society, Ghaziabad. The youngest is just 12, the middle one 14, and the eldest 16. They bolt the door from inside. They take their mother's spoon, desperately trying to reconnect to the only world that they ever made them feel alive. When they can't, they climb onto a chair one by one and jump. Nishika, Prachi, Paki. Three innocent lives extinguished in minutes. Their broken bodies found on the ground below. But this wasn't a sudden snap. This was years in the making. The father, Chetan Kumar, a stock trader drowning in nearly 2 crore debt, woke up to unimaginable. His three daughters gone in their room. Police found an 8-page diary and scattered suicide notes that would chill any parent to the bone. Sorry, Papa, we cannot leave Korea. Korea is our life, and you cannot make us leave it. That's why we are committing suicide. They wrote, "We love Korea. You are Indian, we are Korean. How dare you make us live our life? Death would be better than the beatings. My life, I'm very, very alone. It for money, sold their phones, want to pay electricity bill. It wasn't just taking away entertainment. To this vulnerable girls, it was ripping away their entire identity and emotional support system. In the diary, they poured outrage and pain. How will you make us live Korean? Korean was our life. They accused their parents of not understanding how deeply they loved the Korean world. More than that, they loved their own family. Mental health experts would call this maladaptive escapism. When real life trauma or neglect is too painful, kids disassociate into digital worlds, and over time, the line blurs. They start believing the fantasy is more real than the painful reality, and when that fantasy is suddenly taken away, the phone sold, access cut, it feels like death itself. This weren't spoiled phone addicts. This were the three minor girls crying for help in the only language they had felt through their obsession. They felt invisible at home. They felt uninvolved. They felt trapped in an Indian reality that constantly disappointed them. And when the final trigger came, no more access to the one thing giving them purpose, the pain became unbearable. Dropping out of school for years with no proper intervention, complete social withdrawal, barely interaction with other kids in the society, intense identity confusion. You are Indian, we are Korean. Writing on walls, I am very, very alone, more emotional attachment to online idols than family. There are classic red flags of severe depression, anxiety, and possible gaming internet addiction disorder in children. Conditions that explode when combined with a dysfunctional home. In India, we treat mental health as a rich people problem or something to be solved with scolding. But for vulnerable kids in unstable homes, the damage is devastating. A toxic environment doesn't just make kids sad, it rewires the sense of self, their ability to cope, their hope for the future. So, police are still investigating the phones and online activity. Some reports downplay the game angle, pointing instead to the family's financial crisis and the sudden digital cutoff at the final spark. But the real tragedy is in Korean culture, K dramas, and K pop. Don't tell children to kill themselves. The real tragedy is how a broken family left three young girls to emotionally starved, that they found more comfort in pixels and idols than in their own parents. Chetan Kumar later said in pain, "If I had known," but the warning signs were there for years. This story isn't about blaming one father, it's about how every parent needs to look deeper. Are your children spending excessive time online because they're genuinely passionate or because home feels unsafe or unloving? Are you monitoring their mental health or just their screen time? When kids say, "This is my life," do you listen or do you just take the phone away? If you're a parent watching this, talk to your children, really talk, create a home where they don't need to escape into fantasy to feel seen. This case has shaken the nation because it exposes uncomfortable truths. Our children are suffering in silence, and sometimes the monster isn't the internet, is the environment we create at home. Three beautiful sisters, Nishika, Prachi, and Paki, choose to leave this world because they believe Korea was the only place that would accept them. Let their story be the wake up call. If this video moved you, please share it. Talk about children's mental health in your families. Drop a heart if you're commenting. Subscribe to Crime Siren for more stories that matter, the ones that force us to look in the mirror. And remember, behind every addiction is often a child screaming to be loved and seen. Stay safe, stay aware, and hold your children a little closer tonight.